everybody, my name is Dead Pixels, bringing you episode 4 of Let's Build Redstone Creations in Minecraft. Today I'll be teaching you how to build a Jeb Door in Minecraft 1.8. So essentially what a Jeb Door is, it's a door that is flush with the wall. So you can see this is my little base in here. I have nothing in my chest, but you could put stuff in that. This is a small base. You could obviously expand this, but you can take your Jeb Door and you can press this button. You can see that the button doesn't retract the pistons after a set amount of time, and this would be flush with the wall, so if this was stone, you really couldn't tell it was there, assuming that you've hidden your button very well. So if I open it up and come inside, you can see that there are multiple sets of pistons, and then the door itself is pulled into the wall, and then if I press this button on the inside, I can close it as well. So if I fly out to the front, you can see that it closed it, and I can also open it that way. So this is extremely helpful in a faction server where you can have like a secret base without anybody seeing it. So to build this, you're going to need a 4x8 an 8 by, I believe that, yeah, an 8 by 8 area. I'm sorry about that. No, 8 by 7. I'm losing it today. So first you want to grab yourself some sticky pistons and place them two away from the corner like so. One away. I'm, again, not on my game today. One away from the corner like so, except for that side. So this will give us room for a button, and you don't necessarily have to put it there, but I'll go over that later. So you can put your sticky pistons, stack them up like this, and then place two more on top of each other so it almost makes like a T shape. And this is extremely important for when we actually start to make our door. So then take the material you want to have your door with. So I'll just use red sand. First block I saw. Now that might actually not work as well because the block uses physics. This wouldn't make a difference though, considering the fact that it's not going to push it off the wall. But you might want to keep that in mind if you plan on using that block, which I don't recommend that. So next thing you want to do is take a block of some sort and then make a U sort of shape, like this. And then you take a redstone repeater and some redstone and place it like this. Next, place repeaters on the two empty spots, and that has to be over the two pistons, and set those to 2 ticks by right-clicking it at once. Next thing you want to do, this is completely optional. I mean, it would make sense if you were to conceal it, but start building up front. So I'll just use wood. This could be like the entrance to your house or something. I would prefer to use stone in the sense that it looks like a cave of some sort. Now, you can obviously see this, so the next thing we want to do is start working on the pulse shortener that will open it up. So a pulse shortener is essentially, it is a redstone pulse that is faster than 1 tick, which is kind of amazing how that actually works. So you can put your button right here for now. This obviously doesn't have to be the permanent position. I'll leave it like this because it's not going to be like a secret base in this sort of demo. It'll be like, I don't know, some sort of house, I guess. So when you press the button right now, it won't do anything. You want to make sure these are repeaters, otherwise they'll start to power the pistons if you did it incorrectly. Next thing you want to do is work on your pulse shortener. So what the pulse shortener does, like I said before, it'll make the pulse shorter than 1 tick, which is extremely important because of the way we're going to do this. Now there are other, even smaller pulse shorteners, but I prefer to use this one because it's the one I'm most familiar with. So you want to make a sort of a upside down V with a block of your choice, and then place redstone right here, a repeater right here set at 1 tick, and then a piston right there. Now what this will do is when the pulse goes into it, it'll power through the block but also try and push this up. So before that the power can go through the block with 1 tick, it'll push it up and stop it. And that is really easy to see when I press the button. So next you place a redstone block on the edge of your last piston. So I'll demonstrate this right now. If I press the button right now, normally this would just push the piston and pull it back. This, however, is not the case, and it'll leave it there. And if you see how fast that redstone pulse was, it goes on for like a half a second, not even, and just shuts it off. So this makes the button behave as a type of lever. Next thing you want to do is start building your base. I mean, if this is inside of a mountain, you've obviously already done that part. But in this case, I'll just start to build up like this. Next thing you want to do is break this if you haven't already placed it, and start going up with your redstone. Now this part is what will close it, but you may still be wondering, well, what if I want to open it on the inside? And that's what we'll be doing here. So I'm going to use green wool to make this stand out more against the wall, and then make sure to fill in your ceiling. It has to be 2 blocks tall if you want to build it like this and keep the button there. There are other ways to do it, but it's not as compact, and even then, I don't think this is the most compact way. Far from it, I believe. So I'm just going to light this up with some torches, and then when you have that button, if you come around to the side again, you can see that lines up with where we had our not a bud switch, our pulse shortener before. Now, if you just do the same thing that we did right here and place a repeater, it'll behave the same way as if we were putting it from the outside. So, if you press this button, it'll open it up from the outside. Then if you press the one on the outside, it'll close it. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. I love to hear your community feedback. That is it for our episode, and check for the next one on my channel. Thanks, and see you next time.